Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Lisa, Best Life Lee. Today I'm going to be doing a DIY, and I have a milk can that has been in my collection, in my stash for a while, and I wasn't using it the way that it looks. It's cute, but it's it's not really going with anything right now in my decor. So I was inspired by this latest Farmhouse, the Country Sampler Farmhouse magazine, and what inspired me was this really pretty milk can. It has like the green flowers in it, and it has like an initial and, you know, an established date. And I just thought, you know what, that would be so cute. Let me give her a chip. I thought it would be so cute, and I thought that I could just do this little, you know, initial with my Cricut machine, and that would be pretty easy. And what I thought I would do is just paint with some chalk paint, and then use a little bit of like a black, you know, satin kind of stencil paint, and just kind of give it a little bit of a rustic look. And they left the galvanized top here, and mine is not galvanized, but I could leave that brown like that. But I think what I might do is just do the whole thing white, and then just put a little bit of the black just to give it that rustic look. So I'm gonna do that with you. You can come along for the ride, and I will then put the flowers. Now they have all greenery, but they have some light color, and I want to put some white flowers, like not bright white, but a little bit of a white color. And I'm going to show you where I want to put this in my kitchen, so you can see where what I'm trying to get a little bit of a farmhouse vibe going. So yeah, I'll show you that, and then I'll just get started on the DIY. So this is the area where I wanted to put this little milk can with a little flower arrangement. Right now I just have these couple of little things on here. It just looks kind of bare. This is just the little area of my kitchen, kind of a little like a little breakfast nook. So this is where it's going to ultimately go. All right, so I have my chalk paint. It's basically, I think I got this from Home Depot. I can't even remember, something I picked up a long time ago, but it's still fine. There's a lot of paint left in here, so I'm just gonna take the cover off and just dig in. It's probably gonna take 2 or 3 coats, not sure how well it will cover. The thing I like about chalk paint is you don't have to prep it. You don't have to, you know, take the finish or shiny finish off or anything like that. You can just paint it, and it comes out fine. So I will give this a little stir. Just been sitting around for probably close to a year. I probably got this about a year ago when we first went into shutdown. I was doing tons of painting projects, painting furniture galore. So let's get started. Try to just get rid of all of the, you know, where I had a lot of paint, so I don't get like all kinds of blobs and funny lines. But it doesn't matter because it's going to get a second coat, and pretty quick too. Alright, so I'm going to go get a little brush to brush my handle black. I'm just going to put a little bit of the black paint. I just have a cardboard down here to protect my countertop. So I'm just going to put a little bit of this black paint onto my cardboard to make my little palette for it. And I'm gonna let this dry, and then I'll be back to put on my second coat. Alrighty, so I'm ready to put my second coat on, and you can see that it didn't cover completely, but that's expected. I didn't expect it to cover completely after the first coat. So I'm gonna give it a second coat, and then I've been researching monograms and different little things to put on here from my Cricut machine, and it's a little wet underneath still. So I'm figuring that out and making that making that stuff right now. So I'll be able to put that on when I'm done. So just gonna put my second coat on. Wash this and put my white paint away, but I will need my black paint, and then I'll come back in about a half an hour and put on a dry coat of this. I'll get my brush really dry, and then go over it to give it that rustic look, and then we will get the vinyl on it. Alrighty, so this has been drying for a little over an hour. There's a couple of spots on the bottom that are still a little wet, but I am going to give it a dry brush with my black paint. I'm going to get my brush as dry as I possibly can and just kind of go all around it. I'm not even going to really be fussy about it or anything. I'm just going to give it that whatever look it comes out as, and I'm really just gonna really dry off my brush. So you can see the can, and you can see how the paint really did cover it really well. My afternoon sun is really strong here, so but I'm really just gonna take all the paint off my brush, and then just kind of go lightly around the edges. And it really, I took all my paint off pretty much, but it's just gonna catch those edges. And then the top part. I think that is done. But it's just got a little bit of a rusticness to it. So you can kind of see that it just really gave it that rustic farmhouse kind of vibe. Just got a little bit of kind of texture to it. I love it. That's good. So I'm gonna put my flowers on it in there now. So I'm gonna cut my foam, and what I did is I just went into my own stash of silk flowers that I've had. These I wanted to do just white, so these are a white, sort of off-white flower, and then I have a couple of these little ones. They kind of look, you know, they're just in that color family. Then I have some lamb's ear that I'm going to put in there too. I've got these little white ones that I had downstairs. These were just from older uses, from older things. And this is another one. I'm doing all of these white colors. This little thing was the right color, and then I have this little thing of cotton. So I'm going to get started doing that, and what I'm going to do, well, you'll see. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this foam so that I can fit it in the top of the milk can, so I can stick it down in there, because I want to be able to stick my flowers into something. So it's a little too tall, so I'm going to cut the top off. And this cuts super, super easy. So that'll go in there. So now I have to shave it down so it'll fit in here. So I'm gonna just start trimming this and see. Okay, see how that fits in there. And normally I would glue that down with hot glue, but it just fits in there so nice that it's not really going anywhere. So what I want to do now, I'm going to get and all I did with my cardboard was I just folded it so that I could get the paint out of there. Kind of eyeball it and see what looks good to me. So I'm going to start with maybe the higher ones and use that as my sort of from where I work from. So I'm just going to stick that down into the foam, and I want to go down pretty good. And then I have some that I want that are going to be really close to the bottom, so I'm going to stick those in sort of I have two of those, so I want them to kind of be opposite each other, so probably just go off to the side here like this. And again, I'm working with the front of my can because I'm going to have that little handle down in the front. So I'm just kind of eyeballing it, and you can't do it wrong. Just if you've never done a flower arrangement before, you just see what looks good to your eye. You want to just try to make it so that it's even on all sides. So if you have one thing on this side, try to do the same on the other. So I'm just going to put these down low. You want to have some down low and some obviously higher than that, okay? So there are those. All right, so I only have one of these little things, so I think what I'll do is just kind of put that in the middle, kind of down. And then I have two of these. I'm going to spread the flowers out a little bit and I might go, I think I'll go right on each side in the back. This is what it looks like so far. Now I have some of this cotton. So I think I'll just kind of spread them out a little bit, but I'm not going to cut them. And I will just kind of put that in there and let it be kind of a little bit of a focal point in there. Just, you know, you can see it kind of in there. It's not really like, okay, now I can put some more of this in here. So that looks really good. And then I need something like right in here, maybe, just to kind of fill that little hole, but you can see that the cotton, so I don't want to see this stem here. Right. So I'm just going to take a very pretty, a nice looking one. That's probably gonna be too thick, but let's see. No, it's perfect. Perfect. So I'm just gonna move these around. Okay. So pretty white. So I have, so the cotton kind of fills it in around, and the lamb's ear gives it a nice, pretty texture. I've got all these leaves down here kind of hiding the bottom of the can. You can see even in the back, it's nice and full. Okay, so I really like how that came out. It's all the same tones of an ivory or a light kind of off-white, and it goes really good with the white can. Okay, and there's kind of like, you know, I'm hiding that, but the cotton's in there, gives it that nice kind of farmhouse vibe, the lamb's ear and all of that. So that's done. So I have that. Now, what I want to do is I've got my cricut cutout, and I did a B for my last name, and I did an established. I actually did the date that we met, not the date we got married. So I always like to use that date. I love that date. So I'm going to get the cricut stuff, and it's perfectly fine for me to put the lettering on there, and I did some like border area, so I'm gonna see how that all fits. I'm gonna line it up with the little handle, but I really like how the flowers came out. I think they're even. I think that they're pretty. I think they look gorgeous. So I'm gonna get my letters, and we'll see how it comes out. All right, so I have my little transfer, my little Cricut things. I have my B for my last name. I have my established and the year, and then these little things will be like a border, okay? And I'm just going by this little idea, but mine is obviously gonna be different. It's gonna be mine. So I'm just gonna take the B and I'm just gonna center it underneath I'm gonna even it out with the handle. Okay, I'm not gonna try to look for perfection. I'm just gonna put the B here. I'm gonna try to leave some room underneath so I can put the little established, and we'll see where I put the little border. It might go on the side because I don't have like a ton of room here. So I'm gonna bring the camera down so you can kind of see what I'm doing. I'm totally like a novice at this whole Cricut stuff, so I don't know how it's gonna come out, so I'm just gonna preface it that way. Okay, my B is on. All right. So. Okay. The year we met, so it's not the year we got married, but I like the year we met best. Okay, so I have that. That looks really cool. All right, so I'm gonna do, let's see what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna put like that there. Or should I do it this way? Yeah, I'm gonna do it down. I'm gonna try to do it like right in the middle. Well, that's where it's gonna go. I really should have glued my thing in there, but it's all right. It won't be moving around. So there's that side, and we'll do that one on that side. You see what I'm doing there? All right, I love how it came out. It's just so cute. It now looks like a Farmhouse milk can that I picked up somewhere, but I didn't. I just used one that I had and painted it and gave it a little rustic finish, and then personalized it with the Cricut. So fun, so cool. And then I used silk flowers that I had at home, a little bit of the cotton, a little bit of the lamb's ear, and it really just looks cute. I'm going to put it where it's going to, I'm going to find it, I know where its home is going to be, so I'm going to put it in its home, and then I will show you what it looks like there. So here it is, guys. It's in its new home, and I think it looks really, really good. I think it came out so nice. Maybe it's not perfect. It's one of my first real projects with my Cricut machine, but I think that the milk can itself came out good. It looks a lot better than it did with the, you know, the print that it came with. So I'm really liking it, and I'm really liking the flowers and how that all came out. Yeah, so I really like how it came out, guys. I'm really happy with it. It was an easy project. It would have been easier if I was more proficient at my Cricut machine. Just still learning it. It was just a easy DIY with stuff I had on hand that I was inspired to do from looking at this magazine. And that's just how I get inspiration, from, you know, checking out a magazine and just getting inspired. So yeah, so I hope you liked this DIY video. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new to my channel, I hope that you will subscribe. I hope that you will hit that like button, and I hope that you will come back. Thank you so much, guys. Take care. Bye for now.